Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech, where today we have a couple of highly rated missions. I don't know if they'll actually be difficult, but we continue our search for an awesome 8T so that we can have the most extensive catalog of mech chassis in the universe. Why? I don't actually know. I don't know why this is so important to us, but it is. So we have one piece, we can afford to take 2 points of priority salvage, still get almost 600,000 C-bills for this, which is pretty great. And I don't know that we want to get particularly fancy here. We'll probably have to at some point just to keep the series interesting, but for now, given that we could face some actual difficult stuff here, let's just pull in our A-team guys and do the thing, right? So we're in a polar biome. Feel a little bit more comfortable running Coyote. Do we... Okay, boreal vegetation. There are probably going to be trees, so yeah, bulwark is fine. Or good, even. Bulwark is good. And then, given that it's a polar biome, I think Centurion in the Grasshopper is totally fine. We will manage our heat as we traditionally have, and then just like, I don't know, Ricochet's a big part of the team. He can run this mech, and I guess we could have somebody who's still developing come in. I've been trying to train up, where is she? Hex. Hex has coolant vent and bulwark and sure footing, so all of the defensive skills and coolant vent, which I think will be pretty good for piloting the Grasshopper on hot missions. So you know what? I'm going to bring her in on the Cyclops, even though she doesn't have the best aim, because let's be honest, this thing's aim usually doesn't matter that much. And I guess we have people who are near 10s, but not actually at all 10s. I could have used them. I pulled a lot of them out of the slots there, actually. We could have used them. Whatever, it's fine. We can probably just run this crew for these 2 missions and then find ourselves a new system. So we still have a couple hundred days left. We're not... I think I said last episode, we're not in panic mode yet, but we're panic adjacent. That's still true. But Arano Space has a fair number of high difficulty systems. I'm confident we can fish for this mech quite a bit without actually having to travel very far or spend very much time. And hey, maybe we'll get lucky at the next black market and they'll have the rest of it. This is pretty familiar. Just go and capture the pirate research station by destroying everything that moves in the area of the pirate research station.
Command interface initiated.
That was a nice camera sweep. Nice little cinematic move there. Alright, eliminate opposition, take control. Let's blow up all the things. Yeah, we're going to have to do some stuff to keep it fresh over the next couple hundred days, right? I'm going to do a lot of work off camera. But I'm also probably going to have to come up with something else. Maybe some new weird builds for some of our other mechs. Just some like experimental stuff to try. Not really sure yet.
Here we go.
Should be getting a read on the close turret any moment now.
Moving out.
Oh wait, this turn when I jump down from this cliff? Where are the turret stands? There's 1, 2... That's a turret stand. Where's the close turret? It might just be on the corner of the base. Sometimes they're just sitting on the base, no stand.
Standing by.
Like I said, I expect we're gonna get a ping here. Oh, maybe not. Not actually able to jump very far forward. Okay, now there it is. Oh, I see. There is a stand. It's like behind that building. Well, it turns out that jump path I took was so bad that the Grasshopper is behind the Atlas.
Commander?
Well, no big surprises here. Yep, we have a good view of the research facility. Oh no, the additional forces, commanders are coming on, or turrets are coming online. I know, Darius. I've been here before.
Roger that. Target's confirmed. Come on, people. Let's make it happen. 1 less turret.
Alright, Centurion, you're feeling very chatty today.
Ready for orders.
Oh, here's the problem. I didn't bother to bring a sensor lock. Well, whatever. We'll run forward and just get vision the old-fashioned way.
How's it going? Moving out.
Alright, this thing has way more damage than we need for this. I can't quite get my throat to clear. This is an annoying thing that happens sometimes. I think this should be good enough. If the Gauss Rifle misses, we still have enough backup damage from the Cyclops.
One less turret.
We had quite a bit of
Commander.
quite a bit of overflow in case of missiles not making contact there.
Position confirmed.
You just chill out back here. Don't strain yourself.
I'm here.
Alright, can we get... We can, in fact, just jump far enough forward to get vision of both turrets. I think I should be able to fire all the weapons. Yeah.
Taking the shot.
That one missile that somehow hit all the way over there.
Down.
Standing by.
Is Ricochet going to be able to get actual direct... Okay, looks like we can get a Gauss Rifle shot from here. I do love that Gauss Rifle. I like the way I like the damage it deals. I like the way it sounds. I like the way the projectile effect looks when it hits stuff. Alright, well, let's
Roger.
not provoke any further attention.
I'm picking up a new sensor trace.
Alright, I wanted to let all of our heat go off before we drew anybody. It looks like we were not in control of that anyway. Oh, hey. I think we're seeing this... It was this map when that happened before, right? That for some reason, the enemy mechs came down already overheated. Okay, well, they're not quite as overheated as last time. Some of them don't have any heat at all, but this guy's running a little hot, and I bet that guy over there, when we get over there, will turn out to have been shut down by heat. Well, that's a Battle Master with a huge amount of evasion, for some reason. We're not likely to hit him at all, frankly. Or not likely to hit him for very much at all. I think I might just go for the head here, because like a shot to the center is going to leave him in such good health. I don't think it really is all that helpful. I might vigilance as well. Yeah, let's get bulwark active. And I am going to go for his face. Maybe we'll get real lucky here.
Roger.
We'd have to get pretty lucky, but it could happen. I hit the head with one missile.
Battle mech power-up detected.
Oh no, okay, that thing was overheated. It just turned back on. It's super weird. We probably just want to sprint
On it.
a little bit closer here. So what is that over there? It's a Cyclops 10Q.
Yes, boss.
Okay. So they don't all have a million evasion. Quick draw is something we can shoot normally. So I guess that's the one we'll focus on.
On my way.
It's weird that so many of them landed with such a huge amount of evasion. They don't drop pod mechs in the BattleTech universe, right? It's not like it's not like those guys are moving fast because they were fired out of their dropship in orbit or anything. That's a real shame. If that Gauss Rifle had hit center, we'd be real close to done right now.
Affirmative. Roger that.
Well, this guy's probably never getting returned.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Yeah, he's got 60 health left and he's laying down. A bad start. Seems like the Vigilance was enough damage reduction to get them to just shoot at the Atlas, which is always a victory. I also love this thing where they're willing to just stand out in the open, away from all the cover.
Good
That's right, Coyote. You're gonna pay him back with interest on that one. So they're all moving on 1. I don't see any reason to act now. Hold on, let's just go all the way down to 2 and then act in the order we actually want to act in.
Standing by.
Which involves... Yeah, probably the Atlas going first, right? Like, move up to try to reach a position where I can get to the cover sometime soon.
On my way.
And then we just splatter one of these two. Honestly, that Battlemaster build's a little scary. I think I'm more worried about the Victor, though.
I copy. Tango down.
The Atlas is like a pretty good mech.
Waiting for orders.
I give the Atlas a solid 6 out of 10. Oh, you're kidding me. I can't make it to cover with my jump? Oh, that's not good for us at all. Well, I can make 5 evasion charges. We'll just jump over here and we'll gut the quick draw real fast. I don't need to fire that much at it. 2 lasers will do the job. So let's turn off... Yeah, the small lasers will work. Let's turn off most of our stuff. Most things that generate heat. We'll leave 3 lasers. I mean, yeah, at this point we're going to lose all of our heat.
10-4.
Let's fire this. This is like massive overkill. But there's no
down.
reason not to fire it all.
Good to go.
Now, what are we trying to do here? The Cyclops is not really that dangerous. I guess we're all focused up on the Battlemaster. A little awkward. If I jump up here... Also, I can just walk up there, I guess. It looks like there is no position from which I can get Gauss Rifle shot. I am going to jump.
Engaging jump jet.
We almost never jump the crab. We could just go for the Cyclops to just knock it out real fast. That's going to come down to whether the missiles actually hit center or not. It's really not that dangerous, but I'm concerned that if we're just firing missile pods at this thing, we're going to have a hard time clustering the damage. They don't cluster very well. We could try to just blow the leg off, but it's going to act between... Yeah, that's not really a good move here. It's going to act before we get our next turn. So, sure, let's just try to kill the Cyclops. If we get through the 230 armor, I could maybe get an ammo explosion. I'm just thinking, like, we could go for the head with the Gauss rifle. Try to roll the 1 in 5. I'm going to try it.
On it.
Okay, it worked. Gauss rifle is a magical weapon.
Mech destroyed.
Well, all of a sudden, things are looking just extremely bad for this Battlemaster. He was in such a good position, it seemed like, at the beginning of the turn. Now things have changed. Do I want you to be this close to him? Can we get... Yeah, let's get a nice clean shot from back here.
Firing full complement on enemy.
This is mostly about applying the PBC debuff. We're not going to get any meaningful stability damage on him.
They're banging through my armor.
Centurion, you're going to be fine.
Good to go.
Oh, see, I like this. He's trying to, like, back his mech into the facility
Yes, Commander.
so that we can't get a back shot. It looks like he didn't quite make it. Well, I mean,
Engage jump jet.
he worked so hard to deny it to us. Obviously, we gotta go for it. So if I try to just go straight through his back armor, we're actually looking at a remarkably small amount of damage to get that done. Yeah, okay. Turn everything back on, and just bore a hole clean through him into the snow. Well, alright. That was remarkably easy. Gauss Rifle definitely played a part there. But I still have to actually remember to take over the facility.
Roger.
Hey, brace. There you go. Okay. I think the Restoration will be pleased with the results. Yeah, good. Lady Arano seems useful to us, basically. You know, she pays well. You gotta give her that. 3,200 XP on Hex is gonna get her set up real quickly. And then we're just taking mech parts. I guess we could take the entire Cyclops. Yeah, that'll sell. Oh no, I only took 2 points of priority salvage. Well, whatever. We take 2 parts of the Cyclops, because it's the biggest mech. Also got ourselves a stability damage gyro. Well, lucky me. Yeah, I'll look around at our collection of mechs here and see if we can't maybe make some modifications to make some more interesting loadouts. Spend our last couple of days with here. We certainly have a team of mechs now, a lance that is capable of any challenge the game wishes to throw at us. That's obvious. There's not really any more improving to do. Now all that's left is to get really weird. In violation of local treaties, a significant combat unit consisting of 2 lances of mechs has dropped on Itram. Blow them all up. Oh, it's the Directorate. We don't care about these guys at all. It's a shame they're probably not counting toward our score, the negative rep we acquire with them. Yeah, I think 33.5 is what we had before. It's so easy to get negative rep with them. I would love it if it counted. I'm just going to run the same team. I'm not going to spend any time messing around here. Wow, we got through that last mission really quickly. That's just sort of how it is now, though. With the current, without making any large sort of structural changes, I'm not really sure what they could do to make the missions more difficult. Like, you could just throw mechs at us until we break, obviously. It could be the case that we just constantly have to fight 3 full assault lances at all at the same time. But, like, what would they do to make the missions more difficult, but in an interesting way? Because that's only interesting once or twice, right? The problem, really, I think, is that 1,200 days is just a tremendous amount of time for any mission designed to hold.
Command interface.
It's not even a case that the missions they gave us are bad, or that you could come up with better ones that would solve it. It's just that 1,200 days is too long. It's too many days.
Okay, let's do this.
That's kind of an awkward place for us to fight. The best thing to do would be to go up around here to stay the same level. If we try to fight from down in the water, it looks like they can dip down into this valley and lose direct line of sight. So, yeah, I think we want to go around.
Roger.
We might have to slow down the grasshopper a little bit, but it doesn't get too far ahead, because I think we're talking about several turns of movement here.
Receiving you.
Let's have the Atlas go first. It's not a big deal to run through the spore field right now, since we're not in combat yet. Oh, well, we gotta read. 80-ton vehicle.
On the move.
We're trying to get up here. I don't see a lot of reason to do anything other than reserve down to 1. It seems like 1 thing on 3. There was a 2 that moved before us, and there might have been a 2 that moved after us, but before the vehicle.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, at this point, I suppose we ought to just get in there. I can't quite get vision of the vehicle. That's a shame. Well, I'm having a really hard time. I want to go to this forward. There we go. I want to go to this forward one. Okay, we can see the vehicle, but I cannot shoot at it for some reason. Here we have a cataphract. Not actually all that tough. I think I might just try to core it. More likely to work than lasers to the face, especially since he has the damage reduction. So we would actually have to hit with 3 lasers to kill the head.
Roger that. Target confirmed.
That leave him at 43. That seems very doable.
Let's move.
Wonder if I maybe overcommitted a little bit here, though.
Yes, boss?
I mean, part of the value of doing it this way is that we get to take another turn before they get to react.
Move order received.
So, obviously, I just want to drop on this guy.
Roger that. Target confirmed.
Side armor's not that tough on these things. Tough enough. So, PPC carrier or an 8Q.
Standing by.
Somewhere in the distant distance, it seems like.
Roger.
Judging from the amount of time between the shot sound and the projectiles actually making contact. This could be lethal.
Mech warriors, show 'em what you got.
Close. That thing moves on
I'm
2.
here.
Which means that if I don't kill it now, it's going to get to shoot the grasshopper. I can't really stop that. So let's kill it now. And I have to leave myself vulnerable to the cataphract. Yeah, I'm not really given a lot of options here. Kind of hoping I could find a spot. Find a spot using this terrain where I'd be able to see the vehicle, but not have the cataphract see me. Looks like I'm just gonna have to eat fire from the cataphract. Oh, hey, there's a building over here. Weird. Alright, this will give us 4 pips of evasion. Doesn't put me inside of the other vehicle. I just aim for the front. Any contact will do. I can turn off a bunch of these lasers. In fact, I can turn off all the lasers. I do have to connect with 2 missiles. I'm going to leave 1 laser active.
All right.
Yeah, okay. The odds of that not leading to a kill were quite low, and that gives me complete heat clearing.
Standing by.
Kaz just needs to keep running.
Down.
Receiving you.
Ready for orders.
Well, we can't completely wait out the cataphract. I was kind of hoping we could get it to sacrifice its guarded.
Position confirmed.
But we're just gonna have to hope for some good clustering here. I mean, it's only 43 damage.
Engaging with.
It's not really that much. It hit 8 missiles center, as long as they're from the good pods. Yeah, that's cool. Apparently we've turned it into an eternal statue. That's, that's not supposed to be like that.
I've been center locked. Good to go.
Alright, you don't actually have a play except run forward as fast as you can.
I'm picking up a new sensor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that seems like a new direction of attack. So, like, all the way over there. Okay, that was pretty lucky.
Good to go.
And we don't know where that thing is, right? It could be attacking from outside of optimal PPC range. Oh man, the camera is killing me.
We picked up a blip.
Okay, it is a PPC carrier. This thing we can probably kill in a single attack. A little bit of side armor focus. Right? Yeah. Yeah, that should be easy. It always takes them a little bit of extra time, just long enough for me to get really nervous.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, the zombie cataphract is actually, I don't know why, but it's actually kind of freaking me out.
Got it.
Move the Atlas in the direction that we know the enemies are coming from.
Commander.
I don't think we're going to have to deal with this vehicle.
On my way. Double time.
Try to get people over toward the edge of the cliff on this side.
Come on, people. Let's make it happen.
Interesting that the vehicle's doing the same thing. I'm not sure I understand that. Okay, let's reserve down, since it looks like I'm not going to be able to get any vision to work with anyway.
Waiting for my opening.
I'm receiving you.
I'm going to have the Cyclops act first because it's the least important mech. But it's being blocked. Okay, you know what? You're probably not going to have a real action available to you anyway. You may as well just get out of the way.
No shooting, just running. Got it. I've been sensor locked.
What do we have down here? 65, 65, 90, 80. Okay, that could be it.
Orders.
I continue to hope.
Standing by.
Oh wow, no, you just can't run any further forward than you can walk. That's weird. Well, why are your sprint distance and your normal move distance the same? Okay, that was a 20, maybe?
I'm here.
Maybe not, maybe a 15.
Waiting for orders.
Commander?
So we can't get far enough forward to get any vision, and I can't see the vehicle. I'm really waiting for that vehicle to move.
Let's go.
Yeah, them having to come up from the water is really unfortunate for them.
Yes, Commander.
I think, yep, he sure did. I'm going to say, I think he moved far enough forward for me to catch him. He's even inside optimal range. Not that that matters. We're just going to focus up here.
Target locked. Good to go. One more for the rubbish bin.
Uh-oh. She's been hanging out with Hellebo too long. Well, I think I'm going to let them go first. I'm still getting 5 readings. Is one of those the cataphract?
Waiting for the right move.
I would expect there to only be... No, I was expecting there to only be 4 enemies left. Yeah, we're getting weird... Yeah, the cataphract is actually showing up as still being an enemy. Uh-oh, I'm concerned that this might leave us unable to actually win the mission.
Standing by.
Huh. Well, I guess we'll find out in a second here. So do I just want to go ahead and reveal myself to all of them?
Standing by.
Can I get vision of some of them? Yeah, like I think this might be a better move.
On it.
Let's see what's up a little bit. We can core one of these dudes real fast. I don't have good range on either of them, so let's just soften you up. There was a chance of an ammo explosion there. Well, actually, this might be the one Jaeger mech that doesn't have ammo. Nope, never mind, it totally does. Yeah, there was a chance we just got that thing immediately.
Waiting for orders.
So, the 80-tonner was a Zeus, that's a real shame. Apparently I can't quite get to a spot where I have a real shot here.
Come on, people. Let's make it happen.
Tango, down.
Well, what a disappointing pack of enemies.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's actually a pretty good chance that we're going to end up not being able to complete this mission because of the zombie cataphract. That's making me real nervous. None of these are really dangerous. Like, as far as assault class mechs go, these are pretty weak enemies. Now, let's hit this guy first. I'm just going to go for the head. He has ammo in his center torso, but he also has a lot of armor on his center torso. Okay. We got there. That one's not so unlikely.
That's a kill.
The Grasshopper with 35 damage lasers is just a really, really good brain surgeon. And then both of these guys have Stalwart. I guess you don't have any damage reduction. It's possible we will do enough damage to some part for it to make a difference.
Aye, aye.
There's no reason not to fire, because this is not even going to actually end up building up any heat on the
Show
mech.
'em what you got.
But also, the reasons to fire are a little bit thin. Let's see if we can do that again. Try to knock the Zeus's head off. To turn off one weapon. The SRM-4 is definitely the least useful for this purpose. I don't think I hit the head. Nope, I didn't. I can't jump or I'll overheat. I just back off, I guess.
Location confirmed.
Just keep letting the Atlas take it on the chin.
Receiving you.
I think by doing that, that guy may have moved him... Yeah, he moved himself close enough to get the full fury of the autocannon. There we go. We can hit front armor from here. And this guy's just a thunderbolt. He's extremely dead. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody deader standing on their feet, except for maybe this cataphract over here.
Commander.
Oh, we can do it. We can finally do it.
Moving to position. Targeting for an alpha strike.
I'll tell you what, one way to get a knockdown on a mech with this much stability and also sure-footed is to just blow his legs out. We could just remove his leg.
On my way. Confirmed. Critical hit, Commander.
Okay, he's seen better days.
Come on, people. Let's make it happen.
What is this cowardice? You need to turn
Confirmed.
off.
Holding and cooling.
Look at this nonsense. He's just gonna hide, basically. He's just gonna sit there and not participate in the game. Well, here's what I think of that. You have low enough health that this is almost certainly lethal. Nope, it really didn't hit the center very much. Certainly didn't get 46%.
How's it going?
Okay, out of curiosity. I'm not allowed to target the cataphract. Okay, everything is marked as destroyed. And I think we're going to be okay. It's freaking me out a little bit that the cataphract is still reported in the initiative order, but I think we're okay. Yeah.
Mission
Weird.
successful.
Well, you know, the galaxy's a big place. You spend enough time out in the black, you're going to see some strange stuff, I suppose. Also, I can't keep getting my hopes up every time we see an 80-ton mech on a mission. Poor little heart's breaking. I guess we'll just start building another Cyclops. Okay, it gave me the other piece. Turns out a lot of assault mechs have a design flaw in or around the head region. Alright, we picked that up pretty quickly. You can, in fact, make combat dramatically faster by selecting Speed Up Combat in the Settings menu. I can vouch for this, personally. It really is quite a bit faster. We just did two missions in 30 minutes. So I think we're flying south, right? We're not on Coromodier, but I think we're going to Coromodier. Right, I'm pretty sure that was the one. Let's star map. Yeah, it's also 3.5 skulls. There's not a lot of black markets in that direction. I would like to go to systems that have black markets just for the additional chance for things to appear because we're going to more stores. After we go to Coromodier, do we have any idea what's next? 3.5 skull system over at Artru. No, not really, huh? And it seems to be just sort of universally the case that black markets and high difficulty systems are not the same. You have this one over here, but that's like the only one, right? Well, you know, we do need to keep doing high skull missions, both for the awesome and just because they're worth a lot of points. 17 days, man. That's getting out to the jump ship and then getting back time is very severe. Well, I don't think it makes any sense to do anything other than just go.
Command.
we'll just hope for good stuff. That's going to put us still north of 200 days. Yeah, actually, we still have a lot of time. Like, a lot of time. We're actually only, like, 3/4 of the way. Well, we're a little bit more than 3/4 of the way through the campaign. And granted, this is going to be the shortest 3/4 in terms of episodes, but it's still a lot of enemies that we're going to see. Maybe by describing us as panic adjacent, maybe I'm even overstating how bad the situation is. It's not really that big of a deal. Oh boy, I don't know what has changed, but all of a sudden, our across-the-hall neighbor has some extremely loud friends. Raised voices echo down the... Oh, this thing. Okay, people are... Nobles shouting at each other, hey guys, fight in the gym, and then they fight in the gym, and... Yep, high spirits, injuries, morale's increased. We have seen this event. They're not actually going to be recovered by the time we get to Cormodir, but they're also both low enough level pilots that it doesn't matter. Actually, at this point, none of our pilots are completely indispensable. We have so many leveled up guys that we can afford to have people sit out. Dragon, Wolverine. That's a shame. Oh, this is where the faction store is. It's a shame that the Arano faction store is just not available in this, in career mode, because we definitely do have the faction to use it. Yeah, if we weren't capped at 100, we'd probably be close to 200 with the restoration by now. Alright, let's see what the jobs look like. And this is a system we've never been to, so we got points for that as well. Okay, well, pretty easy ones, I guess. Ordinarily, I wouldn't think a 3-skull would be able to show us an awesome, but as this is an assassination mission, probably pretty doable. So I suppose, let us just bang these out real fast. We can probably do these in the next half hour or so. And I think we'll just keep rolling the same team, right? I guess we could bring in some people who are close to max, but not actually maxed, because why not, right? Why not have everybody go out at all 10s? So I'm going to put Rocket in Kazaganthe here, so that we do have some sensor lock available. Sheet metal could go in the glass jaw. That means we lose the breaching shot for the gas rifle, which means that there will be situations where we can not just shoot people's heads off, but it'll be fine. Sheet metal's trained up enough. She's earned her shot. And then, like, Prowl maybe could go in the Century, or in Big Swarmy. Gives us another sensor lock. She doesn't have Bulwark, but it's probably fine. It's a 3-skull. We'll be okay. Oh, you know what? I should level Hex up. I'm sure after those 2 missions, she gained like 7,000 XP. I'm sure she could buy that 9th point of tactics and actually get her the rest of her called shot bonus. Man, called shot mastery turns out to be important. Alright, rare opportunity to take out a primary enemy. Additionally, we'll include a bonus payment if you're able to destroy all of the target's escorting units. Well, good news for you. I'm great at destroying all of the everything, everywhere. So unfortunately, we're getting to the point where I've said everything about these giant robots that I can say. So hey, what's in the news? Let me just do a quick my quick stand-up comedy routine for you here. Actually, the Oscars was last night, right? I didn't watch it, but you hear things. A person hears things on Twitter. Apparently, Into the Spider-Verse won Best Animated Feature, which is the correct option. I'll be honest with you, I didn't see any of the other ones, but Into the Spider-Verse was really good. So, okay, we're going to have to travel quite a distance here. You know, I like comics. I read some comics. I don't read anything monthly, but I read, you know, trade paperbacks and stuff. I don't really think of myself as a Spider-Man guy. I like Marvel in general. I don't spend a lot of my time thinking about Spider-Man, but that movie brought back some nostalgia, something fierce, because Spider-Man was the thing that got me into comics. Specifically, honestly, probably the Maximum Carnage game on the Super Nintendo. Like that was where I became familiar with what comics were. Okay, I need a single laser hit to any location to kill here. Let's just take this down till we're generating no heat.
Special delivery.
Man, partially armored strikers. It's been a while since we've seen that.
Smoked 'em.
This looks like a prime spot for an ambush. Be careful, Commander. You don't want to get caught in a crossfire.
Darius, I don't think there's anything that these people can do to us that counts as an ambush. I guess I really ought to be reserving down here. There's no reason for me to be moving before them.
Holding for tactical advantage.
Let's let them come forward, take their shots, and then we will take our return shots, which will be much, much better. Or they just... Wow. Or they just won't get anything done at all. That's kind of crazy.
Waiting for orders.
So, sheet metal, I guess, move up and get me a sensor lock on something. Sensor lock this 35-ton vehicle, which is probably going to be another one of these soft strikers.
Got a lock.
Yeah, to this day, I am still like a total sucker for a good Venom story.
Commander.
The first Venom comic I ever read was, oh, do I envision that thing rolled just far enough forward? Oh, we should probably take that out first. That thing's marginally more dangerous. Oh, yeah, the first Venom comic I ever read was like a crossover with the Punisher.
Firing a full size.
And Venom rips a dude's spine all the way, just like Mortal Kombat Fatality's him. It's not all the way on screen, but you like see the silhouette on the wall of a warehouse. And however old I was, I don't know, probably like 8 or something, was like, whoa, that's the coolest thing ever! Because kids are like that, I guess. Reflecting on it now, that's a worrying reaction to have, but I guess also pretty common. I mean, somebody was playing Mortal Kombat. Yeah, just like the easiest core in the world on this catapult. I don't know why we're seeing partially armored enemies here. This strikes me as a mission that should maybe not be 3 skulls. It's a little on the easy side. Prowl's just excited to be able to shoot at, like, actual enemies for the first time ever. Really, I can't... Oh yeah, I guess the terrain is kind of uneven and bumpy. Well, I think I would rather sprint forward than sensor lock. We're going to want this Atlas to be in position to actually shoot at some enemies at some point here. You know what? I probably should have had sheet metal sprint. Because we could have just... the Cyclops definitely has the weaponry to finish this, to do this job.
Engaging with target.
This is way more missiles than we need. I just, you know, turn stuff off until we hit 0 heat.
Reporting one less vehicle.
But I suppose I probably could have fired just the LRM-20 there and been fine.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Alright, let's let the Atlas set the pace. Think we want to just go over the ridge? Yeah, we have a path down here.
Affirmative.
I think this is best.
Coordinates received. Moving out. Roger that.
You know, I guess from the reaction I had to that Venom thing, I should also have been into the Punisher, but I really wasn't, and I wonder if it's because in that comic he doesn't get along with Venom. Surprise, surprise, those two guys not getting along. And I was like, I was all the way Team Venom.
You betcha. Position confirmed.
Alright, is that our guy?
On my way.
Is that him? Yes, that is in fact him. It's a Highlander 733. So, the right weight class. Like, it totally could have been an awesome. Well, just jump down there and let him know.
Affirmative.
Give him the final warning. I should probably just shoot for the body, right? I mean, actually, he has Bulwark up. And we're looking at 350 health center. Yeah, actually go for the head.
Target damage. Concentrate fire.
Okay, we got 2 shots to the head there. Not enough to kill him through the bulwark, but enough to really soften him up. And now almost any weapon hit, anything but like an LRM is going to do it.
I'm here.
Do we have... Yes, we do.
Coordinates received.
Alright, let's see if one of these 2 weapons can finish the job. Was that a headshot or was that... Oh, that was right torso. It was really high. I had hope there.
Move order received.
Well, I mean, I guess we oughta just rain everything on him. It feels like a lot of that's going to be wasted, but also we generate almost no heat, and we're certainly not concerned about ammo. May as well.
Receiving you. Engaging with target.
Also, I gotta tell you, I don't have anything against Tobey Maguire. In fact, I think I like those Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies better than most people. Or Andrew Garfield. I can never remember which one's the actor and which one played the other Spider-Man. And I like the new guy, Tom Holland. But Jake Johnson is just what Peter Parker sounded like in my head before I had ever heard a Peter Parker on anything. So that was... I think that was probably part of the weird blast of nostalgia I got from Into the Spider-Verse. It was just like, oh hey, that's my Peter Parker. That's the Peter Parker from my childhood.
Nice
which is really
try.
cool.
Come on, Mech Warriors! It's go time!
Jesus. Very chatty today. I'm over here trying to talk about important things like comic books. Alright, well, we're just gonna do this. I'm pretty sure this is gonna get the job done. There we go. Target eliminated, followed by a solid 10 seconds of continued fire. How was that? That was the cleverest thing she could come up with. Bang, you're dead. I mean, I guess you did shoot him with
Confirmed.
traditional guns, so it sort of works.
Waiting for orders. Full speed. No target. I've been sensor locked!
Yeah, speaking of
What's up,
comic
Bob?
book movies, I had such hope when Deadpool did well. That director, the guy who directed Deadpool, has been shopping around a Goon movie for a super long time. And when Deadpool did really well, I was so hopeful that he was going to finally get to make his Goon movie, but I haven't heard anything about it. I wonder if he's just given up on it, because I'd really like to see that movie. I like the Goon a whole bunch. This is just the, BattleTech is just the SB recommends comics to you hour now. Okay, there's a whole lance over here. I guess I should have figured. Reinforcements show up in lances. Can we just take this thing's head off? It is so poorly armored that a single laser hit to the dome will do the job. Actually, no, a missile will not. Well, we're going to have to turn off a laser no matter what.
Time to die!
I don't think we got it. We totally didn't. I didn't hit the top with anything.
Another hit like that and you're toast.
75% armor off? Yeah, he only has 25% of his normal armor. Weird. I don't know why these lances... I guess if we were 3 skulls... A catapult's pretty scary. No, I think this mission is
I'm
too
receiving
easy for its rating. Like, by quite a bit, actually.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, alright. If it doesn't work, kind of whatever. We're gonna pierce everywhere we hit anyway.
Scarred a critical hit.
Still have 40% resolve, so we can try something with the crab here. The grasshopper is gonna have to take a turn off of shooting pretty soon.
Nothing to see here. What's up, boss? On my way.
Oh, this is like the worst possible thing for them. The grasshopper, or the crab with a direct line of sight and also height advantage. You, I guess, are the most dangerous thing. I don't actually have a clean shot with the rifle on you, though. Due to, I'm assuming, yeah, the Enforcer is completely in the way. Alright, let's just take that Enforcer out. Let's drop that thing. I'm gonna stop being cute with the headshots. Let's just blow them up.
Target neutralized.
Everybody's feeling very chatty in this squad. You know, it's good that they work well together. It's good that morale is high, I suppose.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, we get good direct shots here as well. We did pretty good damage to this guy. Let's see if we can just finish him off with blind fire. Well, apparently we can.
Let's get fired up. There's work to do.
Oh, you're too enthusiastic. You gotta take that. I'm gonna dock your pay if you don't take it down like 3 notches. I just can't handle this right now. I don't have enough caffeine in me.
Come on, Mech Warriors. It's go time. Standing by.
It seems like on most missions, it's like it picks one pilot and they do most of the talking. 'Cause yeah, at first I thought it was just that some pilots were chattier than others, that maybe each pilot generates with a value that tells you how often they say stuff.
Commander?
Because it was Ricochet a bunch of times in a row, right? But now I
Let's see
think...
how you handle this.
I don't know, it doesn't seem like it is per pilot. It might just be that each mission it rolls a die. And one person becomes the chatty one.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Wow, we've left so little structure on this dude. We've actually almost destroyed every part of him. He has 31 health here, 9 health there.
Standing by.
Well, you can't fail to finish the job. Let's bust off his leg. Let's really leave nothing. Come on, headshots. No, we're not going to be able to finish him off.
Target neutralized.
That mech is just a cockpit laying in a huge blast crater. Oh, this... You suck. Don't make me run all this way.
Moving out.
Through the woods. We gotta run down this
my way.
cliff. Ugh.
Moving to position. Move order received. On the move.
You know, that Maximum Carnage game, I don't actually remember it being that good. It was probably just like one of the first beat-em-ups I'd ever played.
Moving out.
But considering how much stuff I've read and like all the things I got into because of comics, the place that led in my life, that Maximum Carnage game was like really, really momentous for me. It's weird that I've never actually read any of the Maximum Carnage comics. I don't actually know the plot of that whole thing. I just know that there's like an evil Venom. He's a real bad guy.
Confirmed.
That's pretty much it. He likes to make his arms into blades, I think.
Affirmative.
Terminator 2 style. Alright, you're good.
Resting my
We still have like 5 turns of movement
Copy
here.
that, Commander.
Can you not move out of this position at all? I ran you into a position that you can't move out of. Okay, well jump down the hill a little bit. That's weird. The Cyclops can run through there. Why was the crab stuck?
Down smart. Cooling. All
I
right.
kind of wish you could mark a mech as just
On the
done.
way.
Not have to give them orders for the rest of the
Order
mission.
received. Coordinates received. Aye, aye. Waiting for orders.
Okay, finally. That probably was not actually that long, but I'm extremely impatient.
Mission successful.
Let's go get paid, he says. That's my favorite part of the job. Well, no, my favorite part of the job is where we see whether or not one of the enemy mechs is an awesome 8T. Every time an 80-ton mech comes out of the fog, that moment of joy, it's indescribable. Incomparable, really. And the earlier we get done, the earlier we can take these missions at full pay, and then these pay bonuses can be really meaningful. That said, like, the total number of points we're going to have gained from making money over the course of the entire campaign is not going to be huge. The conversion from cash to points is just a little bit too low for it to be really meaningful. Like, we'll look here in a second when we get back to the Argo menu. But I bet it's only in the neighborhood of 10,000 total points. Maybe not even that. Come on. We've looked at the Argo screens like 3 times already this episode. I know you know what they look like. I know what they look like. I'll draw them for you if I have to. Okay, 11,000. It's not it's not nothing, but it's certainly not most of our points. So I don't even, there are different thresholds. Minimum score 480. Is this the 4th rank or the 3rd? I have no idea like what each rank, what the size of each rank is. We probably are not going to be able to make it up to the next rank. I bet Elite is where we're going to end. Even so, within Elite, I would like to optimize our score. So I would love to be taking full pay on these missions. At 4 skulls, yeah. At 4 skulls, it's totally reasonable we might see one. We should take 2 points of salvage. Hold on. We should go ahead and level up Hex, at the very least. Nobody else really needs it right this second, but Hex could use that 9th point. And she definitely has the XP for it.
Good to go.
Okay, and then from there, it's probably just gunnery, right? Till her hit chance gets nice and high. Weird how long it takes it to load the pilot list every time you want to upgrade somebody's skills. Where is this? Oh, that's back to Etrom? Well, that doesn't seem like a very smart move. I was excited when I saw 4.5, but we definitely should not go back to Etrom. Because that's going to be the only mission there. I do like this travel contract thing, though, as a way of, like, stringing you forward in the galaxy. That's a good idea. Alright, it's a Badlands mission. So our heat generation is going to be a little non-ideal, or our heat management, rather, with these pilots. Do we have anybody who's close to 10s who could come in? You could bring in Trojan, but I could bring in Trash Can. Yeah, let's pull Trash Can in on Big Swarmy. No, Trash Can doesn't have... I'm just, like, looking at the things wrong. None of these are coolant vent. The Commander's XP doesn't count. Yeah, sure, Prowl. Just stay on. Obviously, the lack of coolant vent is not the only reason I was thinking about sitting her. But I guess we're all just going to have to endure her personality a little bit longer. Listen, I guess I'd rather have pilots being cheery and bubbly than sullen or talky but edgy would probably be the worst. Somebody who just really thought they were the coolest. Basically, the Punisher. The Punisher would be the worst. But yeah, I gotta tell you, this spate of media adaptations of comic books has been like Christmas for me. Like, if you were wondering, who is the person that they are targeting when they release 25 MCU films, all with a big interconnected storyline and minutia that you can follow from movie to movie across the franchises? It's me. It's me. I'm the guy. I'm the target audience for this thing they're doing, and it completely rules. I am all the way in. I am so excited for Captain Marvel. All right, our target is just ahead. Blow them up. Yes. Okay, I'll do it.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I'm super, super excited for Captain Marvel, for the getting to see Nick Fury create S.H.I.E.L.D. and I mean, I don't think Phil Coulson has been in any of the commercials, but he's got to be in the movie, right? Excited for more of that. I love Clark Gregg. Alright, let's focus on robots instead of comic books, I guess, for the moment. For the moment. What do we got over here? It's a bulldog and a... Sorry, what's a bulldog? Huh. I'm sure we've seen those before. Left side, right? No, his right side is what we want. Okay, good, because that's what my mouse is over.
Time to die.
Is that Demolisher painted purple? Was that the lighting, or is it just like a bright purple tank? It kind of, right, like around the edges? Hold on. Hold on. Are we fighting people who paint their tanks bright purple? Because I got some respect for that.
Standing by.
You know, like a lot of people probably paint them like serious war colors, but if you're gonna peacock with your tanks, I can get behind that.
Receiving you. Got it.
And anybody who's heard me talk about my tastes and stuff probably knows that I have kind of a general disdain for people trying to seem
Enemy
really cool and
vehicle
badass.
destroyed.
So I guess that explains a lot about why I never got into the Punisher. It's just too much that thing.
Sensor locked.
And I don't know, Venom also kind of is, right? Tell you
Affirmative.
what, I did not see that Venom movie with Ed Hardy.
Engaging with target.
I find the concept of it very frustrating. Ed Hardy is basically, if I could cast anyone in the world as Eddie Brock Venom, probably Ed Hardy is who it would be. That's the guy for that job. But then for them to make it not a part of the MCU, even though they have a deal with Marvel, and that's just frustrating to me, because I would love to see a properly done Venom.
Come on, neck warriors. I hear ya.
I said I was going to stop talking about comic books, I'm sorry. I just really like comic books. Okay, so we don't need to fire all these weapons. We could get away with 2 laser hits to any one location. Or, like, the SRMs are going to clean that up, actually. You know what? The SRMs are probably going to do the whole thing, right? Well, he could survive the whole, almost the whole salvo to the front. Let's fire 1 laser.
Uh-huh.
And also the missiles. Okay, odds were pretty good that that was going to work out to a kill on one of the 3 locations we could hit.
Shooting the little guys. Commander?
Prowl, have you ever considered just writing this all down in a diary somewhere and keeping it to yourself?
I got a sensor trace.
Okay, you also have actual direct vision of the enemy.
On the move. Gotcha.
You see, I don't have a lot of respect for this PBC carrier just openly retreating from us.
One for the scrap heap.
That's not a... First of all, it's cowardly, and secondly, it's not a good tactic. And I could forgive cowardly. Hell, I do cowardly.
Going full speed.
But you gotta do it when it's the right time. It's the right time to do it.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, so their turrets don't have sensor lock. That's good information. I guess we should just move forward enough to get a sensor lock ourselves, right? Oh, gee, what do you think? I don't know. There's no way to know which one's going to be more dangerous.
Waiting for orders.
Hold on. Let's
Yes,
get
Commander.
the crab up first.
Firing all weapons.
Wow, that's a hell of a shot. Boy, I sure hope the Argo isn't in that
Turret
direction.
destroyed.
I think that was the most I've ever seen a mech miss by.
Sensors locked on. Orders.
Okay, a heavy LRM turret. Well, I'm really glad they don't have sensor
I
lock
copy.
then.
Firing all weapons.
Can't even destroy a perfectly stationary turret.
Good to go.
Sometimes I think that this Cyclops is maybe a little bit embarrassing for us to still be
What can I
running
do
around
for
with.
ya?
I just really love that extra initiative. This thing only has... We definitely don't need the AC-20. I'm going to turn off the medium laser as well.
Target locked.
No reason to generate any real heat.
Target destroyed. Waiting for orders.
They should try to have lances that hang out near the turrets and refuse to fight you away from them. You know, just like actually take advantage of the
Uh-huh.
whatever advantages you have built into your positioning. I guess this is a way of doing that, just spawn reinforcements when people approach the turrets. Not a very effective way of doing it, though, if the pass is anything to go by.
Special delivery.
Enemy structure damage, Commander.
Target destroyed.
Good shot, Commander. Enemy structure down.
Okay, why do we all have to talk so much about the building? It's just a building. It's way less impressive than anything else that we have ever killed.
Going full throttle.
Ah, it's remarkably bad heat venting.
Receiving you.
That's pretty much what we're doing right now. We're just going to take a moment here to cool the big mechs while we wait for the enemies to approach.
I hear ya.
We may as well keep advancing. I just want to make sure we're not doing it in a way that's going to compromise our combat ability against these incoming reinforcements. So what do we actually need to kill a turret with this thing? This is 7 lasers at... Actually, we just about need everything, especially if anything misses. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I think we had enough damage built in for 1 laser to go way off to the side for no reason and still be okay.
I'm here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what the Punisher has going for him. Or what Venom has going for him that the Punisher doesn't.
Copy that, Commander.
That whole alien symbiote thing is really cool, and the Punisher's just a dude.
I've got to center lock.
That's probably all it is, actually. Because young SB and also older, modern-day SB, both very easily swayed by cool. Alright, what do we actually need here? 232, right? So, I can aim some of these missiles at the building. If we go 90 plus 120, and then... Alright, well, we'll just put the LRM-5 toward the building, I guess. Because we're awfully close to the line, otherwise, and I do want to make sure the turret dies this turn, so we don't have to worry about it. For a second there, I thought we missed the building with the Gauss rifle.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, we can turn off the PPC on this.
Locking on target.
But those reinforcements better show up quickly. It does seem like the game often spawns the last reinforcement pod too far away to participate in combat, but between us and our LZ, so that we will have to fight them on the way out. Which is a little strange, diegetically, like they just know where our Leopard's going to come in. It seems like that may in fact not be what's happening here. They're in kind of a different direction.
That was bad.
Yeah, that was like a real amount of damage. What is that, a Jaeger mech maybe? 75? It's definitely not a Jaeger mech.
Good to go.
Should probably move you... We could jump over to here where I have pretty solid cover and then just sensor lock around. What do we have? A 50, a 65. They totally are between me and the exit. Alright, well, this guy is primary target.
Sensors locked on.
The 50-tonner's moving on 4, huh?
Waiting for orders.
That's interesting. We don't see a lot of that. I think I'm just going to full sprint. I feel like we don't actually fire the AC-20 all that often. Certainly we haven't this episode anyway. Alright, these are both obstructed shots. Oh, hey, it's a crab. Well, I'm certainly more worried about the Orion. Let's see if we can maybe just pop the head off. Oh wow, I've actually overheated a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna try to pop the head with the Gauss rifle. Let's see if it works. It did not, but I think the Gauss rifle hit the center anyway, so not too shabby.
They're banging through my armor.
It's been a while since we've seen anybody put the Atlas in any real danger. Let's see if they can pull it off. I don't quite have a direct shot from there. This is the only spot.
Location confirmed.
Probably just go for a center torso at this point.
Here it comes.
Oof. A lot of rough misses this mission. I do feel like maybe pilots have a little bit too much health, or like maybe just enemy pilots have a little too much health. Because it's basically impossible to kill a pilot without destroying their mech after, honestly, like maybe after 3 skulls.
We can do this. Let's go.
And I like it when that's an option. I think there's some interesting gameplay there. We'll just jump up. I'll just kill this guy real fast. I guess I have to pretty much just face forward on those mechs. So we could lose the arm. It would be unfortunate, but it's possible. Guy has Bulwark up. That's going to mean a lot of hits to the head. Yeah, alright.
Here we go.
Just work the center torso. We're not going to kill him, but we can open him up at least. Well, the answer to my earlier question about whether these guys would actually be able to endanger the Atlas appears to be no.
Yes, Commander.
This thing just runs forward and starts gutting
Copy
people.
that.
I assume you're close enough. Yeah, and I think I would much rather empty you out than the crab.
Copy that.
Unfortunate shots going to the
Reporting
side.
critical hit.
Well,
Waiting for orders.
that ammo bay is at least available to people now. So I'm going to have to take it a little bit easy this turn. I think what I'm going to do here is just fire the Gauss rifle. Give myself a little bit of recovery. Because the Gauss rifle could just lucky get us a kill. I guess I should fire something else. Let's fire the 5s as well. Because anything hitting the center can be a kill.
Engaging with target.
Come on, lucky ammo explosion. Nope.
Waiting for orders.
Well, we needed a recovery turn. I think that's probably okay.
Roger.
You still have a lot of health left. I am not at all confident about being able to kill that Orion without it. We'll just keep trying to get a lucky ammo explosion here. Damn.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
We actually got quite a few connections mid there, which wasn't enough.
I'm under heavy fire.
Alright, I'm pretty sure we have the Orion on our next turn, so it better make good use of its time here. For a second, I thought it was going to punch me.
Let's get fired up. There's
I
work
was so
to do.
impressed with that brazenness, but it let me down, as they all do eventually. Can I get to a spot where I'm not really shootable by anybody else? No, not really. Alright, I think I'm just going to kind of stand and deliver here. Turn off a bunch of stuff, and
Right, Commander.
I definitely left way too many weapons on. I could have probably turned off all of the medium lasers there. Hey, he finally managed to land some of those medium laser shots.
I'm losing armor bad.
I don't think he's going to be happy with the return volley.
All right.
Wow, he actually did not manage to
Critical
do it.
hit, Commander.
The AC-20 just hard missed, I think.
Yeah, Commander.
So, how much stuff do we want to put into this guy? I guess just until I hit heat cap again. That's probably way overkill.
Roger.
But also, I think we're done after these two next go down, so... Didn't manage to get the ammo explosion.
Commander. Aye, aye.
Are they going to make me actually walk it now? Okay, no. It's you know what? I think it might only be with assassination missions where that's happening. Seems like the sort of thing they could correct with a patch. Although I suppose if it was meant to be corrected, it probably would have been already. I bet the idea there is that you're supposed to be nervous that there are going to be more reinforcements. Because if the mission always wraps up when you're done, then you always know when you're done, so leaving it to sometimes be mysterious means that you always have to be nervous on the as you're exiting. Did one of those things have a flamer on it? I didn't even notice. That's just sort of where we're at. I'm not even looking at our loot anymore. Hey, we got the bonus flamethrower. I think that the Grass Hotter is already running all plus damage or plus heat flamethrowers. I think the thing shoots for like 90 heat now. It is a very serious weapon, provided that you actually get into short range. Which, to be fair, has happened a lot today. It's not something that always happens, but it has happened a lot today. Alright, well, let's have a look around here. I'm not sure where we'll go. I'm not going to spend a lot of time searching for a system on camera. I may just do our next flight off camera. Where are we headed? So we want just high skull systems. At this point, the only thing that matters is that they're high skull. I guess it also matters a little bit that they're new. Hold on, let me move the map over because I have this set up on the other monitor so that I can't actually see the right edge of it. There we go. Okay. Had the recording window over top. So Heliat's probably not a good place to go. I'm just looking at the systems that we haven't been to yet. We've never been to Tirlon, and it looks like that's going to continue to be true. Yeah, none of these are great. We've never been to Ankra, but not really a lot of compelling reasons to go. Weldry and Ryan's Fate are both too low level. Okay, Brinton. Brinton's interesting. We've never been to Brinton. Flying to Brinton is going to take us through Tirlon, which we've never been to before, and Umgard, which we have been to before. But still, that's good. And it's a 4.5 skull world. And it's rich, it's a research world. They might have good stuff in the store. Okay, sure. Let's do that. 29 days. That's a large percentage of our remaining time. But it looks like nothing around here is actually much better. Like, even flying just to Goldra is 17. Yeah, okay. 4.5 skulls. There's going to be a lot of points to be had here. And we can take missions from the Taurians and the Federated Suns. We can't, right? We zeroed out with them. Or sorry, we hit maximum negative with them? Yeah, we did. Okay, but Taurian missions we'll be able to take. Hopefully there'll be a lot of them. That's not at all the button I wanted. There we go. Star map. Okay, let's go. Let's just see what happens to us on the trip. 29 days is a couple minutes of flying. We definitely won't do any more missions this episode, but we can do the flight. Get everybody recovered and ready for action, and then not bring them out, because the missions here are going to be hard enough that it's not worth bringing low-level pilots. Yeah, at 4.5 skulls, we might... Well, when we get to a system we've never been to before, there's usually like 6-ish missions, I want to say. Hopefully we'll get lucky, and most of them will be from the Taurians against the Federated Suns. And like, each 5-skull mission that we do is 500 points. It's the same as traveling to a new system. So we're getting 1,000 for just flying there. And then maybe we get lucky and we get another 2,000 off of just mission difficulty. And then also, you know, whatever money we make. While in Umgard, you get a message from the commander of another mercenary company passing through. After some formalities, the message gets straight to the point. My boys tell me you have Selkie on your crew. As one commander to another, I need to tell you, Selkie is not a good hire. To be blunt, he's a thief and a backstabber, and only common decency had me leave him on a station instead of booting him through the airlock when I finally fired his ass. Careful with your crew, and keep in mind that a mech warrior with a bad reputation can bring down the reputation of your whole outfit. I'm just going to talk to Selkie about the warning. Selkie shakes his head. None of that's true, but if my old commander's going to rake me through the mud like this, I don't know how I'd prove it to you. Prove things by your actions, Selkie. Right, Commander. Okay. Hey, that event was a whole lot of nothing. I think Selkie does have a tag. Hold on, let's have a look. I think Selkie does have a criminal tag or something on him, right? Selkie.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah. He's criminal, but he's lucky. That's okay. That's cool. I don't think the lucky tag... I don't think any of these attribute tags do anything other than serve as hooks for missions. Oh, sorry, I want the Argo screen. It would be kind of nice if you could very rarely find a tag that had some combat effect, like lucky, I don't know, increases the likelihood of getting criticals. And I think something like that is low power enough that it wouldn't be gameplay warping. Okay, we sure have paid an awful lot of money in upkeep and pilot salaries. I think at this point, probably people are not getting any more XP from the training pods. We probably have capped that out. Alright, fingers crossed, everyone. Oh, wait. We don't bypass the faulty interlock. We're looking at a 17% drop across the board. Trashcan is animated, practically shouting, and you try to remember how you got drawn into this argument. Apparently, with her technical background, Trashcan thinks she has identified a serious flaw in the Argo's secondary power interlock. For her part, Dr. Murad insists the interlock is working correctly. We're lucky it's only 17%. That isn't the interlock. These systems have just missed several centuries worth of annual maintenance. Your plan would potentially expose the entire central core to an overload. Yeah, only if it doesn't work, Trashcan fires back. Leave the power system alone, Trashcan. This is going to result in a morale drop. Oh, no, I guess not. I have to side with Dr. Murad on this, Trashcan. Don't take risks with the power system. In victory, Dr. Murad is gracious. We'll leave the interlock in place, but you can help me trace this power route. There's a snarl further up the line where I think we can make some efficiency gains. Trashcan nods, and the two of them continue their conversation as they head down the corridor. Okay, yeah, I was expecting a morale loss there, but I don't know what the penalty for the other outcome could have been, right? If the power system fails, we could be left drifting for some time. And at this point, losing time is really the only thing that's that concerns me. Okay, fingers crossed. Come on, store, show me an awesome. Nope, Dragon and Wolverine. Man, there sure are a lot of Dragon and Wolverine parts out there. Well, okay. That's a real shame. Hey, look, one of those good injury resist cockpits that we're definitely not going to take. Actually, +3 I think is better than we have in any of our cockpits. I don't think we've seen any of the injury cockpits even take 2 hits, though. So, are there missions available? On Taurians. I know that you are generous employers. Let's see, half a dozen Taurian missions. Nope, 2. Well, that's a shame, but hey, 4.5 skulls and 5 skulls. That's at least gonna... There's good pay and good points from the mission difficulty, and, as always, fingers crossed, a chance for the awesome. So I guess we'll just, we'll pick up right here, tomorrow. That is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time to see if these quote-unquote difficult missions actually give us any trouble at all. And we'll see you then.